Hello everyone, welcome back to the course on Computer Fundamentals and Problem Solving using C. This is Saroja Pathapati working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, SRKR Engineering College. In this session, we will see what are the remaining operators to our previous class, that is the operators continuation. So let us start with bitwise operators. These are the operators that help us to perform bit level operations on the operands, right? That is, first the operands are converted into bit level and then we perform calculations on those bits. So we can perform some mathematical calculations like addition, subtraction, multiplication can be done using these bitwise operators, right? So these are the available bitwise operators. They are AND, OR, NOT, XOR, left shift and right shift. Fine, here I am taking X equal to 5 and 1. First, initially this must be converted into a binary format. So here if you observe, right, here something is represented in zeros and ones, right? So if you observe from right to left, okay, this is 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 square, 2 cube, it's so on, right? I want to get number 5, right? Generally we add these bits, that is 2 power 0 plus 2 power 1 plus 2 square plus 2 cube, right? Wherever there is a need, I will place 1 there. If I don't want to add any powers, then I will make that places as 0. Okay, here 2 power 0, yes, this is available, and 2 power 0 is 1, right? 1 plus 0, nothing is available, so that is 0 plus 2 square, right? What is the number for 2 square? 4 plus, here it is 0. So 0 plus 4 plus 0 plus 1, that is 5, right? I just need 1. So I'm placing just a 2 power 0 as 1, right? And I'm performing AND operation. If both are ones, then only the outcome is 1, right? Here if you observe, 1, 1, the output is 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, right? So what is the result? 1. Right? Again, we are converting this into a numeric format, that is a decimal format. Okay? In decimal format, we have in the form of tens, and here we have in the binary format. Okay? So here I am checking for 5 or 1. Okay? Same numbers I have represented. What OR will do? If any one of them is true, then it is true. Right? That is, if any one of them is 1, it is true. Here 0 means false, 1 is true. Okay? So we have already seen the truth table. Just refer for that if you have any doubt. Okay. And negation will convert zeros to ones and ones to zeros. Right. And cap. This is known as an XOR symbol. Right. This is known as an XOR symbols. It will give result if any one is 1. Okay. That is, if we encounter like 0 and 0, the output is 0, and 1 and 1, the output is 0. If we have a combination of 1 and 0, then the output is 1. Fine. If you observe here, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1 itself is 0. Right. Then again, we need to convert this to decimal format, 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 square, 2 cube, everything is 0 except 2 square. So the result of it is 4. Right. Here we are shifting by left. Okay. Numbers are shifting by left. See here what I'm doing. So I'm shifting this number by left side. Right. So this 1 will come here. Right. And this 1 will come here. So we are shifting this by 1 step towards left. Okay, so this 101 will come here and this 0 will get replaced with this position. Right, right shift. Similarly, how many bits we want to right shift? Here I want to left shift for 1 bit. So it is getting left shifted for 1 bit. This 1 will come here, this 0 will come here, this 1 will come here. This 0 will occupy this place, right? Here I want to do right shift. Then this 1 will get deducted. Okay, when we perform right shift, the right word will get deducted. So we have other operators also. They are size of operator, comma operator and ternary operator. The size of operator helps us to give the size of the variable, right? So let us take an example. Here I am defining int a. If I try to display the size of a as it is an integer, right, it will return either 2 or 4 based on my compiler, right? So here I'm trying to print the size for integer and the size for float, size for double and size for char. To do this, what I need to do, I have to declare like int a, float b, double c and char d, right? These are the things I need to declare before using them. Fine. If I use any variable in my program, it must be declared at my main function or in global declaration function. Right, and there comes comma operator. We have two variations of comma operator. So we can use comma as an operator. At the same time, we can make use as separator while we want to separate one from the other, right? So I can use it in two ways. So it is a binary operator, right? It is a binary operator that will evaluate the first one first and it won't take this one. That is, it will discard this from the result and then assign the second value to my variable, right? If you give the same thing without braces, then it will say like an error. Why? Our primitive data types will not store multiple values, right? It will store at most one value only. But here we are trying to access two values. If we place braces here, then it will treat like a comma as an operator. It will first assign 5 value to I and then it will discard this from the result and 10 is assigned to I value. Right, comma is a separator. See here, I am taking two variables, right? I want to declare both of them as int. So I will write like simply a comma b int of, right, as a separator. In the same way, when I want to differentiate variables within my function, I will make this as a separator. That is, x variable is different from y variable. Okay, coming to an ternary operator. This is also known as a conditional operator. Why this is known as a conditional operator? Based on some condition, we are trying to print our output. Fine. So here we have three arguments. Okay. The first argument is a comparison argument. Okay. And the second is the result. If it will, the second one will print as a result when it is true. Okay, if false, it will return the third argument. If you get confused here, let us observe this example. See, this is a condition I have written and then followed by question mark and then followed by some other operation, colon, some other thing. Right? If this condition is true, then B will be written on your output screen. If this condition is false, then C will be written on your output screen. So what is the syntax for this? Expression 1. Here you can have operands or any other expressions, right? So expression 2, colon, expression 3. So I am checking whether, which is greatest among the two values, right? If A is less than B, right? If it is true, then it will print A is less. If it is false, then it will print A is greater. So let us take an example. Here I am defining two variables, right? This is a variable declaration. I am declaring two variables, that is n1 and n2. And I am trying to check which is largest among these numbers, right? So see, this is my conditional operator, right? So I am checking whether my n1 is greater than n2. 5 greater than 10, true or false? False, right? So n2 will be taken, right? So I am assigning this m2 to maximum value. That is, I am storing this value in max. So then after I will print largest among these two numbers is max. Right. As I have said that where we use format specifiers in printf statement, right? So printf double quotes will print as it is. But whenever you define a format specifiers, it will get replaced by the values of the variables you will provide. See, after closing this double quotes, again I have separated with comma operator. Then I am taking n1, n2 and max. This n1 will be treated as first percentile D, n2 will be treated as second percentile D, max will be treated as third percentile D. That is, it will be taken in a sequential order. First will get assigned to first format specifier, second will get assigned to second format specifier and third will get assigned to third format specifier. Fine. So it is printing like largest numbers between first percentile D, that is n1. What is the value of it? 5, right? 5 and n2, 10 is maximum, right? Whatever we have stored in maximum, 10. right? Because n2 is greater, I'm storing n2 in max, so it is printing like 10. So this is the end of the session. Thank you so much for the session. In case of doubts, you can comment and meet you in the next one.